Hi folks, this is a little video to help explain one of your big assignments you're going to be doing throughout the semester, which is called the Observing Project. In order to take an astronomy class, you must look up. You have to look at the night sky. And because we're doing this hybrid online, blended face-to-face in the middle of the day, this is really tricky to do. And so this is something that you're going to be asked to do out of class. So let me explain how this is going to work. First off, the sky changes very slowly over time. Day to day, the changes are not huge, but it does change slowly over time. So you're going to need at least 1 month. You can always turn this in early, but you must have at least 3 to 4 weeks in order to do this. Things that are going to get in your way, weather. You might say, okay, I've got to get this done, and then it's cloudy for 3-4 days. Hey, yeah, it happens. You have to have a clear view of the sky. And so fog or being in a city or something like that might obscure what you're doing. And then you're going to need either a camera, or you can do this with sketches. So there are 3 parts to the observing project. I want you to look at the sun, the moon, and the stars. So we're going to start with the sun. The position of sunsets and sunrises change over time. Pick one, sunrise or sunset, and I want you to observe this at least 5 times with at least 3 days between each. So minimum you need 15 days to do this, but it can be spread over a longer period of time. You're going to stand in the same location each day when you take your data. And that could be in the driveway, in your backyard, on the sidewalk in front of your house. You pick a spot and a time that you can repeat. And here's what I want. I want either that you take a photo from the same spot day after day after day after day, showing the change in position of where the sun rises or sets, or day after day you actually sketch. And I made this sketch to show you it does not have to be great art. What I care about is where things are. Where is the sun rising or setting compared to everything else in the foreground? The other thing I'm going to ask you to do is record the phases of the moon. We're going to talk about the phases of the moon, waning, waxing, gibbous, full, noon, but I want you to look at it and see how that changes over time. You're going to need at least 21 days or 3 weeks in order to do this section. So I want you to make at least 6 observations of the moon, and if you kind of get into it and want to draw the moon like every night for 2 months, cool. I mean, I'd love that. The other thing is stars, planets, and constellations. I want you to look at the night sky. Again, you're going to have to go someplace dark enough to see stars, and you are going to have to do it at least twice, at least 1 week later. Now, how are you going to present this information in your lab? The sun observation report, which one are you observing, sunrise or sunset, location, town, state, location, example, looking out the front door, in the driveway, etc. And then the date, the time, and your sketch or photos of the sun's position. For the moon, I put together kind of a generic calendar. Date, time, location in the sky. And when I say location in the sky, I want something like 30 degrees above the eastern horizon, straight above my head. And we will talk about this using your body as measurement tools very early in the span of the semester. You're also going to sketch in the name and the phase, waxing, gibbous, full, moon, third quarter, first quarter, so that you actually pay attention to what the moon is doing. Last but not least, I want you to look at the stars, the planets, and the constellations. So quick sketch, it doesn't have to be great art, of again, the day and the time and what direction are you looking? North, south, east, west, or northeast, something like that. Your location, again, it can say Eau Claire, Wisconsin, my backyard. Okay? And you mean your backyard. I get that. I don't need your exact address, not unless you want to put that down. But I want you to sketch what you see and label them. What's the names of the constellations do you see? Are there any planets? And where is the moon, if it's visible, and what sort of a phase is that? And I want you to do that twice. So this is going to count as 2 labs. The observation report itself is going to count as 2 labs, and the reason it's going to count as 2 labs is because of the fact that 1 lab gets dropped. So if you choose to say, hey, I'm not doing that because that's kind of fiddly, it will impact your grade, because I really want you to go outside and look up, because that's the best and most wonderful part of astronomy. All right, if you have questions on the observing project as the semester unfolds, please holler, please let me know, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you have come up with. See you soon.